I was pregnant and actually believed, like actually deeply thought I could save $48,000 while on parental leave. An update, if you will, a much needed update since I have been so absent from all financial things. In this beautiful, lovely, so not embarrassing or cringy at all video, I had 4 financial goals. 1 was to donate more. 2 was to ask more questions about my money and make sure that I actually understood my money. 3 was to save $48,000.
RIP to my credibility.
And 4 was to finish saving for our down payment. Here is how I did with those financial goals. In 2018, I still managed to save. I actually saved a total of $4,000 just for vacations, and I spent it all. So that's one money update for you guys. And a reminder that if you are saving things for like fun goals or short-term goals, that you should actually spend that money, because it sucks if you work really, really hard to save like $4,000 to $5,000 and then you decide that you don't want to spend it because you like looking at it in your bank account. I did manage to donate, unfortunately not as much as I think I thought I was going to donate, but a small amount back to my old post-secondary. I'm glad I was able to do anything, small or not. It's not about the dollar amount, it's about like why you're donating to that charity and just helping a good cause. You know, it is though about the dollar amount if you're a billionaire and you can fix a historical landmark in 2.5 seconds. I did not manage to save that $48,000. But you know what? I'm honest with you guys so that there is proof that even though there's someone who spends like a lot of time talking and thinking about her money, I still don't hit all of my really extreme and outrageous goals. Although I did probably spend $48,000 on coffee, so there's that. Latte Factor? Who is she? Don't know her. So in total, I'd say I completed 3 What is this? In total, I'd say I completed 3 out of 4 of my financial goals. So that's pretty good, considering I literally made half of what I was making the year prior. Because I'm doing this a little bit later, now that I'm back to work, it's more realistic for me to set financial goals now that I'm at my actual income. So I'm kind of putting my year starting in April. So from April 2019 to April 2020, these are the things that I want to accomplish with my money. My down payment. You guys, I know I talk about this so much, but literally I cannot wait to buy a house. That has been myself and my husband's goal for the past 3 years, and the timing isn't really working out because we're not in the city that we want to buy yet. So that's partially why we're a little bit delayed in getting to our goal, but it's given us a lot more time to save. And I know I keep saying we're almost at our goal, but update, we're at our goal. we're right there. So we will have our full down payment, 10%, by July 1st. And the best part is that we aren't planning to buy a home until April 2020, which means that we have 9 more months. Why are my fingers so weird with numbers today? I'm just gonna stop putting up numbers with my fingers. We have 9 more months to save. So we could potentially reach like a 15% down payment, or we could stick with the 10% down payment and have an additional fund for like furnishings or for closing costs or for an emergency fund so that we're not house poor when we move in. Although I already have an emergency fund, but like it's never a bad idea to have like 6 or 7 different emergency funds. Also, just as a side note, my full-time job is writing for ZOLO.ca. You can check it out. I'll put a link down to some of my favorite columns I've written in my bio. And I'm gonna be actually chronicling, is that a word?
Chronicling. Record. A related series of events in a factual and detailed way.
I'm gonna be writing. Wow, am I a writer? I don't freaking know. And I'm actually gonna be detailing every single part of my home buying journey from this month until I buy in April. So if you guys wanna check out a lot about that, please follow along, because I'm gonna try and do video and I will be writing every single month. Wow, okay, there's a very long-winded first goal. Number 2 for goals that I want to accomplish with my money in 2019. I want to save an additional $10,000 into my RRSP. I say additional because I already have automatic contributions going into my RRSP every month, but I want to do more because I missed a year when I was on parental leave just because I just did not have the room in my budget for that, and I took the loss. Was it the smartest idea? I don't know, but I decided to do it that way, and I'm going to play catch up this year. 3 is a fun financial goal, which I always like to make sure I have one of those because otherwise I just get bored with money. And my fun financial goal is just saving for any family vacation. Whether it's small or big, I don't care. Also been wanting to go to France for my 30th birthday for like the last 4 or 5 years, and I turned 30 in 2020, so I don't know, ladies. We'll see where the wind blows us with this one. But ideally, I would need to save about $4,000 to $5,000 I like to put into my vacation fund every year and spend it all, baby, because you only live once. If you have a holiday booked and you already know the date that you're leaving, here's a little trick. Count down the days that you have left until your vacation. Siri, how many days until New Year's Eve?
It's 257 days until then.
Ooh, honey. Okay, well, let's say that there's 260 days. You're planning on going to New York City for New Year's Eve. You know that once you're in New York City, you're gonna wanna spend about $5,000 because you're a rich bitch and you wanna do fun things and you don't wanna restrict yourself. P.S. If you're actually going to New York City for New Year's Eve, I'm super jelly. So you're gonna pop those numbers into your little calculator. Thank God I'm here to do these intense financial calculations for you guys because I know you'd just be absolutely lost without me. And look at this, look at that, look at that. I'll put it up on the screen for you. You'll need to save $19 a day until you leave. Maybe you count that calculation and you're like, wow, that is really unachievable for me. And so you're like, maybe $3,500 is a little bit more realistic. Do the same thing. And if you do it that way, you only have to save $13 a day. So, I mean, really, that is my #1 favorite vacation fund saving tip. So basically, all I wanted to do today was kind of give you guys a rundown of where I ended with my financial goals last year because I don't think I even talked about them after I said I was gonna do all of those things. And I can't go saying I'm gonna do something crazy like save $48,000 and then just you guys have this assumption that I saved $48,000 last year, making $25,000 last year because it's obviously not possible. And speaking of assumptions, I asked you guys to assume some things about my financial situation because I thought it'd be funny and I wanted to see what y'all think about me and my money. And here's what I got. You spend all your available money on coffee and rompers. Yes, you spend more money on takeout coffee than takeout food. I actually think this could be very true, that you are financially ready for whatever comes at you. I think this is true. I've saved enough in my emergency funds to feel comfortable and confident that if I lost my job tomorrow or if I got injured tomorrow and couldn't work, that I'd be okay for a while. You make a lot because you buy a latte every day. I don't think that means I make a lot. I think that just means I really love coffee. You save at least $50,000 a year. Well, if you watch this video, you'll know that as much as I wanted to, I didn't. You can mentally catalog every transaction to the cent. Probably not. Although I don't really buy a lot. Like I only buy coffee. So it probably seems like I spend a lot of money, but that's the only purchase I'll make. We do buy like takeout food and stuff, but like I don't do anything else. You have millions in savings. Maybe. I'm just kidding, I don't. You have lots of money because you're an expert. 1, I'm definitely not an expert. 2, whatever you think is lots of money could be, but to me, I don't have lots of money yet. Everyone has kind of a different definition of what a lot of money is. Your friends never tell you their money situation because they're embarrassed. I don't think so. They maybe do, but most of the time we actually have really candid conversations about our money with one another, and they ask me questions and ask me for advice. As much as I don't like giving advice, I'll do it for my booze. You still haven't filed your taxes. I actually did, you guys, and I owe a whopping $1,900. So, don't know what the rush was there. So anyways, that is it for today. I had a really fun time discussing my 2018 goals and discussing what I'm gonna do in the future with my money. And I also had so much fun with those financial assumptions. I thought it was hilarious to see what you guys think about me. And I wonder what everyone else, I wonder what people think about other personal finance bloggers. Okay, I guess we'll see you guys later. Bye.